You know, one of the biggest mistakes that we make, it's taking for granted the time that we have, thinking that there's always going to be another opportunity or another time to do the thing or say the thing or take the photo. I'm starting to realize that in life, that I look back and the times where I thought that, I'm in the middle of it, I'm going to be able to do this again. Go out and spend time with certain family members or friends. Those nights when you're having a really good time and you're just living it up. You're like, man, this is great. You appreciate it for what it is, but you don't think that it's going to be the end. You don't think that that's going to be your last time. But then all of a sudden, 5 years pass, 10 years pass, and you realize that those times aren't coming back. That's it. That was them. You were living in that time. Now, it's not to say that life is worse, but you just realize that time passes. And time passes a lot faster than what you think it does. There's a good quote, and I think it goes something like, the days go by slowly, but the years go by quickly. Something to that effect. Because when you're going from day to day, it's just, it seems like they're going by at a regular pace. But then all of a sudden a week goes by, and then 4 months goes by, and then 3 years goes by, and you wonder where the time went. And you realize that sometimes you're still in the same place that you were when you're looking back. Nothing really changed. And I think that is maybe one of my biggest fears. I don't know about you, but it's looking back on my life and realizing that I didn't really live it. I didn't really make the most of it. I just kind of existed and let it pass me by. Being too scared to seize the opportunities or look for the opportunities, make the most of them. To take the time to really express my appreciation and love for those that are in my life, that I do appreciate and love. To go out of my way to call my parents, or spend time with my siblings, or smile at a stranger, or whatever it is. Life is passing by, and there's nothing we can do about that. Just as Gandalf said in The Lord of the Rings to Frodo, all we have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to us. They say that everyone has two lives, and the second one starts when you realize that you only have one. I think that's such a valuable place to be, because when you're young, you think that you have all the time in the world. And hey, you know what? I'm still relatively young. I'm not that old, but I can see that the decades are starting to stack on one another. When you can look back and say, yeah, that happened 20 years ago, and remember it pretty vividly, or 30 years ago, or whatever, 40, 50, you name it, you realize that you're not going to be here forever. You start to see people that you used to look up to start to get sick and deteriorate and pass away. You realize that your parents aren't immortal. You realize that you're not immortal. And that if you don't choose to do something with it, nothing's going to happen. That you only get one life, and you have to decide how you want to live it every single day, starting right now. Taking some time to really enjoy the sunset as if it could be your last one, because you never know when it could be. To take the time to, tell the people that you love them while you still can, because you never know when that could be the last time. To seize the potential that you have within you while you have it, while it's here. Because there's so much potential in each and every person here on this planet. And we let so much of it go unexamined, unexplored, unactualized, because we think that we have so much time, or we allow that fear and that doubt to hold us back. But, I think it was Socrates that said, the unexamined life isn't worth living. So, you stuck around for this long, don't waste another minute of your life thinking that you've got all the time in the world, because you never know when it could be your last day. And even if you do live to be 100 years old, that time is going to pass so fast that you have to seize it while it's here. You've got to really live it. Not by trying to always busy yourself necessarily, but by really living it. By being here now. Because one day you're going to look back and wish that you could be where you are right now. But you won't be able to do that. So put yourself in that mind state now, as if you are that 80-year-old or 100-year-old looking through the lens of, I wish I could come back to where you are now, where I am right now. And if that 80 or 100-year-old could come back to where you are now, what would they do? What would they do in your shoes? How would they live their life? Start doing that. And I can bet you anything, you're going to really start living. You'll get a lot more out of life. It'll be a lot more enriching. And if you're already doing that, then that's great. But I know what I'm going to start doing. So, hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one.